Alrighty then, welcome back.
Yes.
Last time we played around, we helped a lady with her troubled relationship, which led to a drug trade and assumed identities. So where are we gonna get up to today? I know we have an ambush, or some bandits, not really an ambush, just some bandits are headed towards our stronghold, so we might go take a look at that first and foremost. When was that gonna happen? Hey, Malmus, how's it going? Did that already happen? Could have sworn we had bandits that were incoming. Nerding in some Fortnite. Fortnite 2.
Sagani, does your fox bite?
Yes,
Can I pet him anyway?
it's your hand.
I'm gonna pet him.
I want to see him pet him. Let's see. I don't see. So it says in 4 days. Oh, this is way past 4 days. It's 20. Wait, 3 days on the 15th. And then nothing happened. This is the 23rd. Is my stronghold destroyed right now? Somehow doubt it. Well, this is completed in 2 hours, so we'll build something new soon. Let's see. Journal. Was this here before the White March? I think this is the DLC. So we need to go to the Temple of Woodica. That's like the main story. And we have all of these. Cool. Cool.
Yes.
Where do we want to head? So that was the last place we investigated. Why don't we just go to Lundala's house? Wait a minute, this is where we had before. Right? No, it wasn't. Okay.
Margaren's fire casts light in dark places.
Ooh, what do we have here? An egg, alright. I guess we should find Lumdala and then take her keys. Well, hey, what's in this box? Lockpicks, cool. Who this? It's a commoner? Alright. You've lost reputation with Defiance Bay. Okay. Who saw me? Is it this guy?
Hail, traveler.
By Wells Eyeless Face. You were one short ogre. That's kind of fucking rude. But why are you green? And how are you getting the ducks to keep flying around when you like that? What? Let's see. Let me guess. You smoked a lot of white leaf, or did you get your hands on some snowcap? I'm gonna say, what are you talking about? Your ducks, your greenskins. Should I speak louder or slower? Let me know. This guy is an asshole. He beams at you and nods his head. You're a screw. A scrivener. He nods, yes, I'm a scrivener. I read books. I write books. I once ate a book, but only because it looked like sweet pie. Or perhaps it was sweet pie baked to look like a book. Interesting. Oh ho ho. I'm also a collector of herbs. Flowers, plants, I sell them. Mostly I eat them. Show me what you got for sale, buddy. So if we ever need to craft some stuff, this is our guy. We could sell all the stuff that we just got in our raid from that other place. I want to keep all that stuff. Should I sell these books? I don't want to. I like books.
Keeping an eye out.
I'll see what I can do. The work of a moment.
Not caught. The sturdy bunks are topped with thin blankets and even thinner mattresses.
I shall be quiet as a calm sea.
Scroller revival?
Which is not very quiet.
Revive with 75 endurance? That seems pretty good. Yoink. These guys have anything to say? You must be here for corn.
Slow and silent.
I don't know, Corn. He's a little racket from, excuse me. Someone's been sneaking naughty pictures of old... Who? Oh, what do you say? Maybe somebody else will say it. The pay's good. I live close to the library and can read as many books as I want. I'm not really here for him, per se. I don't think we can steal from this guy. He's right there. Let's talk to him some more.
Good day, stranger.
Tell me about the dormitory. It's where the scriveners who work at the Hall of Revealed Mysteries sleep. I'm a scrivener. This place smells like old stockings. Well, I guess never mind then. Can't believe I got caught stealing. That's no good. It'll be right. Alright, what's down this way? The first fires. Brackenbury. Where do we need to go? I heard from Merwald that members of the Leaden Key tend to worship Wodka, and the steward has mentioned that there is a temple dedicated to Wodka in Defiance Bay. I've asked around and learned that the temple can be found in the district called the First Fires. Bingo. It's this way. Oh yeah, we can look here. Right. Someone's been sneaking naughty picture books from old Valia into the dorm. I won't say who. Well, that guy's a G. He's no snitch. Stay out of the catacombs. They're more dangerous than usual lately. We're definitely going in the catacombs. Can't we have the Ducal place? Andra's gift and the Valian embassy. So, what would be the temple? I guess the palace? Was it palace? It was palace. Yeah. These cities are not too populated, are they? What does this say? The stones of this ancient tower have been blackened by centuries-old fires. Surrounded by a patch of wildflowers, it looks like a memorial.
Politics, infighting, greed.
Join the Crucible
And a
Knights.
shrine
It's
to
not. It's a high
Margaret
honor.
as well. Her clergy belongs there.
Alright, let's go in here. Let's see what's up.
How do you do?
The old one wears a simple but well-tailored uniform. She watches the comings and goings around her with quiet attention. Any news to share? Or are you just here to see the Ducal Palace? What's the Ducal Palace? It's the seat of government here in Defiance Bay. This is where Duke Admeth Hadret declared freedom from Asian rule some 150 years ago. She lowers her voice and grins. It's also a hotbed of regional politics. Trust me, the gossip here beats what you'll find in any tavern or brothel in the city. Deerwood politics, it changes too quickly to be worth keeping up with. Better to strike up conversation in the taverns than to loiter inconspicuously in the palace corridors. Who are you? I'm a page here at the palace. I deliver messages and run errands for the Duke and his advisors. The pay is not great, but I can't think of a better introduction to politics. What goes on in there? Where to start? We've got meetings, public hearings, and ceremonies, and that's the stuff that happens out in the open. This is where the Duke and his key advisors work, so there's always someone bartering for a favor. Unfortunately, I'm not at liberty to talk about that side of things. But if you want the official version, she clears her throat and gestures counterclockwise around the palace. We have a shrine devoted to Magrin. Official records and chambers for public hearings and council meetings. What kind of records are stored here? Mostly dull official stuff. Census counts, tax records, militia registers. Now I keep my distance. I got curious one day and got drafted into reshelving half of the records. Worst day of my life. Is there a hearing going on right now? Sure is. Duke Avar's been meeting with some of the city's leaders for weeks now, trying to figure out how to address the legacy. The whole business is terribly secret, though. Why is she telling strangers? I tried to sit in the gallery during my lunch break one day and got turned away. But a lot of the talk concerns animancy, so there's good reason they're keeping the meetings behind closed doors. Why is animancy so controversial? Where to begin? Traditionalists think it's a crime against the gods. There's no question that poking around in souls is risky, but the more progressive elements believe it's only shot at restoring healthy births. And it doesn't help matters that animancy research often involves old Angwithan relics that were illegally looted from ruins in Ir Glanfeth. She makes a quick twitching motion with her index and middle fingers. I see. Can you tell me about the shrine? It's a symbol of Magrin's protection of Defiance Bay. She's represented the revolutionary spirit of the Deerwood ever since independence, and her involvement in creating the Godhammer bomb only affirmed her importance to us. I want to see a Godhammer bomb. That sounds awesome. Goodbye.
Yes.
Alright, so we probably want to go to the Hall of Records. Let's check out the shrine
As
real
you
quick.
wish.
Fraga.
What is it?
Good day to you.
The woman's head is bowed as her lips move in prayer. Just as you approach, you catch her glimpsing of the statue near her. She notices you and supports with a smile. Praise be to Magrin, and welcome to her temple. How may I be of service? You seem upset. What's wrong? Her shoulders slump. This is about the fires, isn't it? She puts a hand to your shoulder. They're just symbols. You can't put your faith in them. Is it the fires, question mark? The sacred pyres all around town. You must have seen the statues and the goddess around the city, holding up empty braziers. I've kept them burning steadily for 15 years, but I haven't been able to conjure them for months now, and people need to see them more than ever these days. So go light them again. I see plenty of flames here. They don't work that way. They're holy fires. It's my devotions and prayers that keep them lit. But lately, when I try to pray, all I can think about are the hollow born all over the city, the grieving families, the refugees. How can Magrin allow us to suffer like this? What strengths do we gain from a soulless child? What strength do we gain from adversity, from trial and test? The fires don't wither because she lacks in faith. They wither because she does not understand how to be faithful to a whore. A whore who neither praises nor devotion. A whore who wants to be compensated for her services. And Magrin is paid and pleasured in sweat and struggle and pain. This mewling imbecile is unworthy of Magrin's womanly heart. And this is shaking your faith? But I believe Magrin is maybe speaking to me again. I love Durns. Lately, I've been seeing visions. A place in the wilderness with pools filled with sunbursts of color. Strange falls that seem to rise to the heavens, even while they splash into the earth. She raises her hands as if it's framing an image of her vision. And behind the falls is a cave filled with the fire and heart of danger. Fire and heat of danger. And some token of my goddess. I know there's something there, but where it is or how I get there, she shakes her head. I've been meaning to ask around at the expedition hall to see if anyone recognizes the description. To be honest, though, I don't know what I'd do even if I found the place. Worthless, like so many of Magrin's flock, afraid of her god's test. If Magrin speaks to her, it is to hasten an end to a hypocrite's life, and this vision is surely death traps for the weak. What's the significance of the sacred pyres? It symbolizes Magrin's power and guidance, and right now, the people of Defiance Bay need to be assured of her presence. Our neighbors in the Valian republics see us as superstitious, but we're just sensitive to the signs and warnings of the gods. Interesting. You're glad you get to play your servers, man?
I shall.
Well,
Let's see. This is a side quest.
well,
This is like a Durant side quest. Not really, though. Kind of. Alright, let's go in here. Let's see what we got in here. Oh.
I shall be quiet as a calm sea,
Oh, okay.
which is not very quiet.
Yoink. Wasn't doing anything in there, my friend. Supposed to be where they're having trial or something, right? Let's go to the Hall of Records.
Hail and well met.
A taciturn man with graying hair pores over a term he's just withdrawn from one of the shelves. He glances up at you with baggy eyes. Yes, is there something I can pull for you? I'm looking for militia records from the time of the Saints' War, trying to find out what happened to someone. The man clears his throat. We've had a number of inquiries about such information. I'm afraid we've had to bar access to the public. Seems there's still quite a number of folk in Deerwood who bear ill will toward recreants. It would be irresponsible to surrender their names to just anyone. Many came to settle here as refugees. Perhaps if you were more established in Defiance Bay, things would be different. But I have no reason to suspect you to be any different from the others. So we're pretty neutral, right? Urist is, so I don't think we would just go off and say I take what we want. So let's do the we come a long way. I just need to find out about my brother. I don't even know what side he fought for. You must understand, I have heard many such stories. I'm afraid there is nothing I can do. So,
Well,
my issue is I feel like if I were to fight him for it, and we kill him, it's gonna affect the way people see us. And maybe, hey, just maybe,
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
we won't be able to do other stuff. But we'll have a look around, we'll see. We might come back. I mean, not might, we will come back. Alright. Alright, let's go to the NBC over here. There's an Urist right there.
all these circling feet heading nowhere.
Hey, cool. Okay, so that guy left the place. Nice. What are we building next? I think some barracks would be pretty cool. Take prisoners during our travels? Hey. Merchant stalls. Woodland trails will grant a constitution athletic bonus when resting. That sounds pretty great. I feel like we need more defense, though. Provide a warden who will offer high-level bounties. Well, the Woodland Trails gives us defense, so let's do that. All right, what we got in here? Hello
Good
there.
day to you.
What can this humble servant of the republics do for you? Tell me about the Valian republics. They are rich in all ways in wealth and style and culture. If you were to go to the republics, you would not want to leave. Why would you? The people are beautiful and charming. I am here because the Songreta Ducala wishes it. But when my appointment is done, I will be on the first ship out, and I will sing from here to Salona. What do you do here? As the Valian ambassador, my job is to ensure trade with the Deerwood remains strong and profitable.
What is it?
Not super helpful, but okay. We're not even
I'll have it
stealing
in
this
no
stuff.
time. The work of a moment.
A blade in the dark.
Yoink. Do. Nobody saw me do that. Oh,
I'll have it in no time. I'll have it in no time.
that's too high. When you get a lost lock picking up, there's nothing to do here, huh? Should read these right. Supposed to show some current prices and range for commodities as they track running exchange rate for the Valian. Okay, interesting. Wow, that's a lot of copper. Not gonna be able to steal that.
Well, whatever happens, at least we're out of that mud hole, Gilded Vale. I grew up in Gilded Vale. Quaint. That's what I meant to call it. No, you had it right. Well, this would be our Church of Woodica. Dear Woodens. Probably the first thing we burned during the Revolution.
Let's go in here. Start slaying some fools. Probably nothing to slay.
Hail and well met.
Haldmar gives you an appraising eye, judging by the scars on his face. He's lucky to be able to do that much. Every day we get more from the hinterlands pouring into Defiance Bay. Keeps us busy on the watch. It does. You look like you're recently arrived yourself. Who are you? A soldier of the Crucible Knights. I'm proud of it. I keep everything running at the keep so that the commander, Cliver, can focus on more important matters. What goes on here? This is the headquarters of the Crucible Knights, so it's where we store arms and armor, as well as where many of our soldiers bunk. Tell me about the Crucible Knights. We're the defenders of Defiance Bay. We're not exactly a formal knighthood, but don't tell Commander Cliver that. I said that. We were the first organized militia to oppose Asian rule, and today we're the largest force in the city. Our soldiers undergo years of combat training, and our officers it's Adiran, isn't it? I've been saying it wrong the whole time. And our officers are required to have their souls read by the critter out in Dunyard Row. What's this about Dunyard Row? Just a requirement of the Crucible Knights, so the higher ups know there's nothing messy built in her soul's pass. Keeping the ranks pure is fine by me. I just wish they were more careful in hiring their ciphers. Spit it out. He shifts his weight and glances at the empty halls. They're mostly Orlans. I'm sure they're talented enough, but you just can't trust them. Hostility's in their nature, and they've learned to hide it over the years. He frowns and crosses his arms. All I'm saying is they should at least be supervised by the other folk. That's reasonable enough, isn't it? If people treated them better, you wouldn't have to worry about them being so hostile. He shrugs. I'm just speaking the truth. Nowadays, it seems that's the biggest crime of all. This guy is racist as fuck. So, is that who we're looking for? Oh, right, maximum supplies, okay.
I'll have it in no time. The work of a moment.
Come over here.
I'll take a look.
Ooh. Nobody saw that. Dunstan.
If this is about the breastplates, I already told Cleaver they won't be repaired till next week.
What do you do
I'm a
here?
forge master. I'm a master smith for the Crucible Knights. But the way I see it, I'm also keeping up with our old traditions. The first members of our order were smiths. Nowadays, most everyone's a professional soldier. I suppose it's to be expected, but I think it's important we keep up with our roots, too.
Tell me about
We were
them
all
knights.
smiths back in Hodrick's day, though I'm about the only one here who still gets his hands dirty. We're a fearsome fighting force, though these days I think Cleaver takes more pride in our parade formations.
Goodbye. Tongs, hardies, hammers, fullers, and punch tools hang from the wall. They feel heavy and sturdy, but their flame-darkened surfaces testify to frequent use. This place is huge.
I'll have it in no time. The work of a moment. I'll have it in no time. I'll have it in no time. The work of a moment. I'll see what I can do. The work of a moment. The work of a moment.
Let's go ahead and close this door.
Keeping an eye out.
Take all that. Nobody can see us. Take all that. And all that. And all that.
And what
Thick
does
grime
the
cakes hanging at the
flame
bottom of the tub.
reveal?
Towel hanging from the side gives up an awful stench. Nice. Help, you guys been robbed. Wasn't us. It was already robbed when I got here.
I'll see what I can do. The work of a moment.
I'll take a look.
Gained an item. His affidavit added to the stash. Ooh, what was that? It's not it. What? Penhelm's affidavit added to stash. I don't see it. That's a hound. Ah, here we go. Current, a cipher duly appointed and employed by Row, does hereby certify that Novitiate A.M. Penhelm has been found to have a soul free of any subversive influences or tainted essence. The scroll is stamped with the seal of Dunred Row and signed by both Penhelm and Curran. Rogue Knight. Find the heirloom breastplate. Osric was kicked out of the Crucible Knights by a fellow knight named Penhelm. Worse, his superiors confiscated a breastplate that has been his family for generations. Osric has asked me to retrieve a breastplate from Penhelm. He believes his rival might have forged a document from Dunrow verifying his purity of his soul. If I can prove his forgery, I may have some leverage to get his breastplate back. Find the breastplate. Trainer, blah, 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 blah. The Penhelm, the keeper of the armory. So, what are we looking for now? Find the breastplate?
Light, flame, and
Oh,
sound.
fuck, there's a guy right there.
We'll keep to ourselves.
Let's reload. I didn't even see him.
As you wish. Good day, stranger.
Can't remember if any of these were pointing. Guess not.
Keeping an eye out. I'll see what I can do. The work of a moment.
If this is about the breast, I'm a Ford. We were all.
So he knows about the breastplate. Is that guy in here? He's not. You got emos for 24 hours without subbing. How?
I'll see what I can do. The work of a moment. I'll see what I can do. The work of a moment. I'll see what I can do. The work of a moment.
What tricks are you pulling?
I'll see what I can do. The work of a moment.
Twitch, no bot necessary currency? Really? Okay, so we got that. See the cost of the arrest of Eorn, whose recent actions have led to the death of a knight of the Crucible. Request reporting information to the Justicar Aldmar, assigned Commander Kleiber. Oh wait, I'm gonna steal all that. Are you talking about like loyalty
I'll see what
points?
I can do. The work of a moment.
I think I can enable that. Yeah, where it's like if you watch the stream for long enough, you get points. Symbol of Abaddon, a colossal smithing hammer imposed over circular gear, smooth and bright and buffing wheels. Okay.
Light, flame, and sound. We'll keep to ourselves. We just don't have the manpower.
Alright, can't pick these, can we? Oh, we can.
I'll have it in no time. The work of a moment.
Slow and silent.
Is this the breastplate? I doubt it. Yoink. Why is that one stealing?
Laying low.
Doesn't make any sense. Let's talk to this guy.
Refugees from every corner of the Deerwood. The dozens getting them all riled up about animancy. At this rate, we'll need twice the soldiers to patrol Defiance Bay. Yes? Can I help you with something?
Why don't you have enough soldiers?
Fleetbreaker Castle. The High Justice has summoned almost half of my novitiates, and more of my justiciars to a keep on the other side of New Hailmar. It's not for me to question the High Justice's orders, but it's left us short-handed. And mark me, we're just a couple sparks away from anarchy.
Is there any way I can help? I don't handle myself. With so many newcomers, can't you just recruit more soldiers? I feel like that's what Urist would do. More recruits means more training, which means more time from experienced soldiers that I don't have. He half turns away from you. Anyhow, I hardly see how this is any of your concern. If you got the time to ask about it, then perhaps you got the time to do something constructive. Forge Master Dunstan is working with an animancy scholar to build what we're calling Forge Knights, warriors that can patrol our streets without suffering fatigue, disobedience, or fear. Some agitator, throws a rock at him. Yeah, agitator. I can't read. We don't have to worry about things getting out of hand. He constructed the warmer, but we need the scholar's research. Unfortunately, she hasn't been around the last few times my novitiates have checked. Dun, dun, dun. Banana lives with the rest of the scriveners out in Copper Lane, but I haven't the soldiers to spare at the moment. Go to the scrivener's dormitory and see if you can find her. When you get the research, just bring it to Dunstan. This is his area of expertise anyways. Once you've brought him the research, he can sell you any arms or armor you have need. He forges and repairs all of your equipment. You won't find a more capable smith in Defiance Bay. Cool.
What is it?
We're getting quest after quest after quest. Excuse me? No, you're fighting? Excuse me. So we probably need to go talk to him, right? We also need to get some more edicts, right? Okay. I'm sorry, Eorn, that's the same one. You said you're working with an animaster to build Forge Knights.
So much for his talk of secrecy. I'm building Cleaver's Metal Warriors. He says they're what we need to keep order in Defiance Bay, so...
How are you creating these Forge Knights, my dude? Suits of armors and souls. Cliver's had me repairing and reinforcing unused armor for months now. Just so we can fill them with some poor sod's essence. As long as that scholar girl's got her numbers right, infusing the armor with a soul won't be that hard. But that's not what bothers me. Do you disagree with Cliver about the Forge Knights? I disagree with him on near about everything, and this is no exception. These Forge Knights won't solve our manpower problem. He can call them whatever he wants, but they aren't knights. Doesn't take Itumok's nose to smell the trouble here. A group that can't stand together is headed for a fall. You need Viana's research to complete them. She's been working out a method to transfer the souls into the armor. Getting the process right is critical. Bind the souls too tightly and you get something like those flesh constructs at the sanitarium. Barely bright enough to avoid walking into a wall, but bind them too loosely and they'll be too self-aware for their own good. Mad killers in metal bodies. Interesting. Built to last. Go to the Scriber's dormitory. Got it. We were there earlier.
Well?
Oh, it's
Hello.
Pinhelm.
Well?
This might be a fight. I might want to get my dudes in here.
Greetings.
Does the name Osric sound familiar? If you've got any self-respect, you want to associate with him. Or with any of his new friends at the Expedition Hall, for that matter, scamps and delinquents, lots of them. Is that his breastplate you're wearing? It is. It was. He looks down and admires it. It became property of the Crucible Knights when he was discharged. Now it's mine. And it's not for sale, if that's what you're wondering. Not every day you find armor that was used in the rebellion. He says your affidavit is a forgery. Just what would he know about that? It's perfectly convenient for him to cast aspersions. With his pedigree in the Knights, he folds his arm. It's a lie, of course. What's the story between you two? Osric has always held some controversial opinions, but they went overlooked for the longest time because his family has such an extensive history of service in the Crucible Knights. He finally went too far. He had the gall to suggest that we had strayed too far from our roots, that some of our officers were beginning to resemble Adir Nobili. He would have us all wear rough spun and fight with forge hammers. I merely reported his statements. Blah, 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 blah. Let's see. I don't see the problem. If the Knights obsessed over their past, they wouldn't have grown into the fighting force they are today. I'd say the history made the Knights what they are. You can't just cast it aside. We've outgrown the past. Sometimes you need to move on. She frowns. Outgrown is like an old seal skin coat. You adapt with the times, sure, but that's a bit naive. Okay. So I gotta bring this to Curran and Brackenberry.
Well?
I'm gonna be here for a while, man. I want to go back to the temple, though. Because I don't think we did what we were supposed to do in this place. Who's this guy? Step back. No PTSD today. Maybe do some PTSD.
Welcome.
I'd like to know more about the temple here. Magrin is the most revered goddess among the Deerwoodens. So it's no surprise that her temple is part of the ducal place. Her fires symbolize trials, revolutions, the blazing of new paths, all of which are important to us. This is the first of the sacred pyres. When it is lit, so are the rest around the city. There's some visions of the falls. Yes, in the cave. Okay.
Good day to you.
Yeah. Only people with official invitations, huh? Wait. There's a door here. I did not see this before.
Have you ever chased a skirt wizard? Or do you merely hide behind them?
Don't pawn your personal problems off on me.
They will use you, cast you off when it suits them, never speak another word to you.
Maybe they just don't answer to fiery whore.
Damn. Oh look, Temple of Vodka. I must have missed that. That's what we're looking for.
Praise to the exiled queen.
Oops.
May her crown be restored and her justice prevail. Come to pay your respects to the queen that was.
Who are you?
Lord Ardwellen Rugform III, and pleased to make your acquaintance. I came to the Deerwood on one of the first ships from Adia, and unlike the yokels and hut dwellers around here, I still keep to the old ways.
What are you doing?
Worshipping Woodica, the exiled queen and oathbinder. I come every day to offer my devotion. I'd love nothing more than to book passage back to Adia, but it is my Emperor's wish that I serve in these barbaric lands. And so I do.
This word does not look like Adia. The fuck? You know you're a ghost, right?
I beg your pardon? Is this some sort of joke where you come from?
I'm serious, just look at yourself.
A madhouse. That's what this town really needs.
I was told I'd find the Temple of Vodka here.
And so you did. These savage colonists may have burned it down, but worship of the Oathbinder is alive and well. These stairs lead to the main sanctum.
What stairs?
These stairs, of course. The sanctum was always below ground, adjacent to the catacombs, so it wasn't destroyed by the fires.
Tell me where I'd find an entrance to these catacombs.
There are various entrances throughout Defiance Bay, but I dare say the easiest to reach is in Copper Lane. I haven't been to that part of town in ages, but as I recall, it's somewhere near the southern gate.
I'd like to know more about Vodka.
A queen among the gods. She oversees laws and oaths. Everything has a rightful place, and Woodica watches over them all. Of course, not everyone accepts this. Even among the other gods, her authority is questioned. But Wudaka is also goddess of memory and vengeance, and she remembers. She'll remember every slight and trespass when she reclaims her throne.
Cool. You alright? You looked almost like you'd lost your footing for a minute. Feels that way when I see into the ether. I'm fine. You really are a watcher, aren't you? Once in a great many generations, one of my people is born with the ability to speak to souls. Usually such individuals become elders, or a lone set of tracks in the snow. I would have thought my journey would be easier if I could see what you see, but looking at you, I'm not so sure. You're rather nosy, aren't you? Now, let's say, neither am I. Believe it or not, I once would have rejoiced to know I'd be picked to travel far in search of something great, but even these gifts come with a cost, don't they? Forgive me if I was a little skeptical of your abilities before. I can't say I've ever met a real watcher before. Oh, don't worry about him. He just likes doing that from time to time. Seems to cheer him up, so I just let him. Once he's seen it a few times, the shock wears off. Every time he goes a little strange in the face, I try to see if I can hear anything. It hasn't worked so far. See if you can get him to tell you what the spirit said. So nobody believes me.
Well?
That's fucked up. Okay.
What
So there's
is
no
it?
new dialogue. So we gotta go to Copper Lane to go down. Which, Copper Lane was where we were at a second ago. Okay. Cool. To the water line added. Okay. To Copper Lane. We gotta come here for a couple of reasons. Whenever I was here earlier, I don't remember there being a spot to get into the catacombs, so look, there we go. Let's go to the dormitory first, though. Was this place available before? I don't think so. She ain't here, is she? Just corn.
Gods keep you.
I'm looking for this person. I like her. She's always talking about metal men, which is strange since I'm pretty sure she doesn't eat snowcap. I don't talk about metal men either, and I do eat snowcap, huh? Anyway, she's not here right now. Flew away to Andra's gift to meet her friend Bezia. No, Clesia. Yes, Clesia. Clesia is the friend she's gone to meet in Andra's gift. In a house, not a boat. North house. Empty house. Andra's gift has a lot of boats. We should go rowing sometime. This guy is a piece of work.
Hey,
Here. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I knew she went in there. To the catacombs. Ooh, it's so lovely. This elderly man paces back and forth, taking short, hobbled steps. His gaze is distant, and beneath it are dark rings of many restless nights. He appears to be having a conversation with someone who isn't there. And the way you fought, cutting down two at a time, we shared quite a victory, you and I. I'm sure you're going and babbling, old fool. No. Oh, by the flame, for just a moment I thought I heard her. He puts his hand on his chest, catching his breath. What troubles you? Just the memories of my youth and the Northwatch Rangers, trials and adventures from a lifetime ago. He shakes his head. Of late, the memories of lost battles and fallen friends has been especially vivid. Tell me about these memories. It's been nearly 60 years. We were known throughout the Deerwood then. We thought we'd adventure together forever, collecting coppers and inspiring songs. That was until we faced Helig of Thane. He was a wizard whose experiments in necromancy left trails of bodies. Some reanimated from Solus Vale to Midwood. We tracked him as he fled toward the Valian Republics, catching him just west of Lake of Drowned Tombs. We were fools, seasoned as we were. We were not prepared for his foul magic. Our numbers were nothing against his power. A wiser man would have ordered a retreat, not me. By some curse of the gods, I was knocked out. And when I awoke, my rangers, my Rodnia, they were all dead. And now you hear this woman's voice. I know this sounds like an old man's madness, but I hear her, a voice just over my shoulder, calling to me in my dreams. At night, I see her wandering the catacombs beneath the city, trying to escape. I'll search the catacombs for a sign of your beloved. There's an entrance just southwest of here, on the other side of the canal. You are truly a gift of the gods. If there's anything you can find of her. Alright, man. Let's see what we can do. This guy. Smoking the reefer.